On Thursday, September 8th, Queen Elizabeth II passed away peacefully at the age of 96. Queen Elizabeth is the longest reigning monarch, and with that comes a history that is unparalleled.
We will meet again.
Number 1. Becoming queen. While most queens-in-waiting are born into this fact, Queen Elizabeth II was originally not on track to the throne. After her grandfathers passed away in 1936, Queen Elizabeth's uncle Edward was to take over. However, the new king showed impatience with court protocol and caused concern among politicians with his disregard for established constitutional conventions. Only months into his reign, a crisis was caused by his proposal to marry American socialite Wallis Simpson. King Edward eventually abdicated the throne and left the role now to Elizabeth's father, King George VI. King George VI passed away in his sleep of a coronary thrombosis at age 56 on February 6, 1952. Elizabeth, then 25 and still a princess, had been visiting Kenya and returned home to assume her position as queen. Number 2. Her royal family. Before Queen Elizabeth II became the queen, she married Prince Philip in 1947. A novel marriage for a member of the royal family, since this marriage was a love match as opposed to an arranged one. Prince Philip and Queen Elizabeth II went on to have 4 children. And while Queen Elizabeth and Prince Philip shared a happy marriage born of love, her children unfortunately did not follow suit, such as the infamous marriage of Prince Charles and Princess Diana and the failed marriage of Prince Andrew and Sarah Ferguson. Number 3. Royal blood. Like most royalty, Prince Philip and Queen Elizabeth II were related to one another. Prince Philip and Elizabeth shared a great-great-grandmother, Queen Victoria. Therefore, Philip was a suitable match for Elizabeth, considering he was already of royal blood. Elizabeth and Philip met several times over the course of a decade, and a very young Princess Elizabeth became smitten with the blonde, blue-eyed Philip. Her governess recorded that Philip's Viking good looks made quite an impression on the princess. Number 4. Kids and grandkids. When it comes to being a queen, one's duty is to make as many heirs as possible. As we mentioned before, Elizabeth had 4 children with Prince Philip. She had her first child, Charles, when she was 22 years old. And from these children, the queen went on to have 8 grandchildren and 12 great-grandchildren. Her most notable grandchildren are born of Prince Harry and Prince William. But the immense media scrutiny has been challenging for both brothers to have families in the spotlight, eventually leading to Prince Harry leaving the royal family and his HRH title behind. Number 5. Queen duties. The passing of Queen Elizabeth left a great hole in the British monarchy. The new head of the royal family is now her son, King Charles III. But what exactly are the Queen's daily duties? Prior to her passing, the Queen's calendar was filled with various activities known by the catch-all term engagements. Engagements included hosting heads of state, throwing parties at palaces, opening new sessions of Parliament, and more. The Telegraph reported that the Queen carried out 341 engagements in 2015. Number 6. The Queen through tough times. Throughout the years, Queen Elizabeth has had the duty and obligation to visit parts of the world to represent the UK in times of struggle and notoriety. Some of her most notable visitations were to those in Germany in 1965 and Wales in 1966. The Queen's visit to Germany marked the 20-year anniversary of the end of World War II. The Queen had a tragic reason to visit Wales in October of 1966, when a mining disaster buried an elementary school in the South Wales village of Aberfan. The Queen delayed her visit for over a week, fearing her presence would distract from rescue and recovery efforts. Some of those close to Elizabeth, including her former private secretary, Lard Charteris, have said she regretted the decision not to visit Aberfan sooner. Number 7. Marriage troubles. While it has been noted and celebrated that Queen Elizabeth and Prince Philip married for love, that certainly did not mean that their marriage was one of perfection. Right from the start of Queen Elizabeth's reign, Philip had to give up the naval career he loved to help her with her royal duties. They moved from Clarence House, the home he loved, to Buckingham Palace, something Prince Philip wasn't thrilled about. However, one of the most public struggles were those of Philip's infidelity rumors. In the 1950s, Philip was part of a gentleman's lunch club and took tours on the royal yacht Britannia, which fueled rumors that he was having affairs. There was so much speculation that the royal family had to release a statement saying that it was all quite untrue. Philip once addressed the rumors saying, "How could I? I've had a detective in my company night and day since 1947. Number 8. The Queen and her children. Being a queen is met with never-ending challenges, and adding being a mother to that role is truly double duty. Queen Elizabeth's relationship with her children was scrutinized closely throughout the entirety of her 70-year reign. From the strained mother-son dynamics between the Queen and Prince Charles, to the way the monarch dealt with the accusations against Prince Andrew, there was never any shortage of drama among the Queen's 4 children with their husband, Prince Philip, the Duke of Edinburgh. However, despite the family drama and trauma, Elizabeth was beloved by her family, especially her grandchildren. Even when Prince Harry left his royal title, he only spoke highly of his beloved Lilibet, naming his second child in the Queen's honor. Number 9. The Diana of it all. Countless books, television shows, movies, and documentaries have discussed the intricacies and dysfunction that Queen Elizabeth faced with her relationship with Charles's wife Diana. Diana had spoken on numerous occasions that she famously didn't get along with the whole royal family, including the Queen. Public criticism of the royal family grew intense after Charles and Diana's divorce in 1996, and especially after Diana passed away in a car crash in Paris the following summer. The Queen initially remained at her estate in Balmoral, Scotland, and refused to allow the flag to fly at half-mast over Buckingham Palace or address the grieving nation. At the urging of her advisors, she soon revised her stance on the flag, returned to London to greet crowds of mourners, and delivered a rare televised address to the nation devastated by the loss of the people's princess. The Queen's behavior during these times was nothing short of detrimental to the image of the monarchy in modern times. Number 10. World War II. Even before she was queen, Elizabeth took her service to her country very seriously. The Queen joined the British military when she turned 18. She joined the Auxiliary Territorial Service as a mechanic. She's the only female royal to have served her country, and the only monarch to serve in World War II. Number 11. Tough as nails. Just in case you were wondering, the Queen was anything but a delicate flower. Back in 1981, during an event called Trooping the Color, a 17-year-old boy shot blanks as police guards and bystanders screamed in panic. The Queen seemed to remain completely calm. She patted her horse and kept on riding. And that's what you can call being a true queen in every sense of the word. Number 12. Drive my car. Queen Elizabeth was an avid driver and drove well into her 90s. She was often photographed wearing a handkerchief in her hair, driving her Land Rover on Balmoral Estate. One of her most notable driving moments was when she pranked Saudi Arabia's late King Abdullah bin Abdulaziz. The Queen took the king on a ride in her Land Rover, speeding along tiny lanes around Balmoral and showing off her army training. All very shocking considering that women in his country were forbidden to drive at this time. Number 13. For the love of dogs. While the Queen kept a private life, what is known to be true of her is she absolutely loved her dogs. It's believed that she had about 4 dogs, including 2 corgis named Muick and Sandy, a dorgie named Candy, and 2 cocker spaniels. While there's not been an official plan released publicly on who will care for her dogs, it has been speculated that they may go to her children. Number 14. Her own bodyguard. It cannot be overstated enough that the Queen did not shy away from danger. In 1982, Michael Fagan broke into Buckingham Palace and managed to reach her bedroom. The Queen obviously summoned help, but while she was waiting for security to arrive, she calmed him down by simply speaking with him, a true pillar of strength through challenging times. Number 15. Her beloved Balmoral. The Queen reportedly loved spending her summer holidays at Balmoral because it was a private haven where the family could grill al fresco, explore the outdoors, ride horses, and take in the beautiful scenery away from the public eye. Number 16. The Crown. When the award-winning, immensely popular television show The Crown hit the air via Netflix, audiences responded with admiration and viewership. And what most viewers were dying to know was, what did the Queen think of it? The Queen has reportedly watched The Crown on Netflix and loves it, giving the royal stamp of approval. A source from Buckingham claimed that she really liked it, although obviously there were some depictions of events that she found too heavily dramatized. Truth really is stranger than fiction. Number 17. Appearances in pop culture. While it may seem like the Queen's life is one of duty and honor, sometimes she did add levity to the mix. In 2012, the Queen agreed to an Olympics opening ceremony James Bond spoof immediately, adding that being a part of it was a bit of a laugh. It was also noted that she got the scene spot on in just one take. Number 18. Technology and the Crown. The Queen has lived through it all, from black and white movies to the invention of the iPhone. Some notable moments of technology the Queen was involved with were the Queen being the first monarch to send one of the first electronic messages in 1976 during a visit to an army base. However, despite being on the cutting edge of tech, she continued to stick with traditional methods of communication such as letters and telegrams. Number 19. The public's perception. While the world shifted and changed with the times, the one constant was that Queen Elizabeth enjoyed excellent approval ratings throughout her reign. It was noted in polls during her Diamond Jubilee that the Queen had an approval rating in the UK of 90% in 2012. Number 20. The longest reigning monarch. Crowned in 1953, Queen Elizabeth II became the longest-serving British monarch in September 2015, surpassing her great-great-grandmother, Queen Victoria. Quite literally, long live the Queen. As the scope of the world changed, there was one constant, Queen Elizabeth II, and while she may be gone, it is quite apparent her legacy will live on forever.
A long life can pass by many milestones. My own is no exception.
Was there a moment of Elizabeth's life that struck a chord with you? Comment below and be sure to like and subscribe to The Things Celebrity for all the world's biggest celeb news.